Hey, I'm Greg, and it's another tunnel take. Yeah, I'm smoking this Tinsky pipe that I'm gonna have to get a longer stem. I'm not gonna get a longer stem, because I'm Steve's, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard, but it's for Greg. I am not really good at impersonating people, so sorry for that. But on top of that, I watch all my videos. All of them, except for some of the strong UK accents guys. I have to slow down the videos. But everybody else, I watch at 1.75 times speed, so almost double time. So you really you lose a little bit of the nuances. And some of the YTBC is very impressive at the rate at which they speak, to the fact that when I'm at 1.75, there's sometimes I'm like, oh, I must not have changed the speed. And it really is 1.75 speed, and I'm a little bit disappointed that I couldn't tell the difference. I didn't think they were talking twice double fast, so congratulations to some of you. So, anyway, apologies. I already tried to do some of this little chat, so forgive me what I remember or don't remember. I'm just struggling to say anything valuable. I'm smoking some Kendall, Kentucky from God with Hogarth. First time. It's like shake cut, so really finely cut. So far, really delicious. It kind of reminds me of Rever Plug from Germain's. For anybody who's stateside, this might be as good as close as you're gonna get. Very different cut, but the flavors are very similar, so worth a try. Got a slight little topping to it. They're pretty different. I mean, completely different types of cuts. The aromatic nature of Revor Plug is a lot stronger, but just saying, it's kind of similar. I'm smoking inside. It's cold and windy outside, so, and cold's not really that cold. It's like 55 degrees, but when it's windy, it's just not worth being outside right now. I wanted to respond, or not really respond, but in my mind it's responding to a video Chad did, and a video Charlie did, and a bunch of responses that people did to those videos. So Charlie's was about, how do you see yourself in the future? How do you think that would compare to reality? He was kind of reflecting on his kids and how all the crazy stuff that their families had gone through, and how, maybe he's just spending some time reflecting, on where they're going, with another child being wed off. And then Chad was kind of talking about reflecting a little bit on doing working on the things that you can control, really, and that there's more value in that. I'm oversimplifying, of course, and none of this is to convince anybody of anything. But this is something I've talked about in the past, one way or another, and it's something that really causes my brain to just want to keep thinking about it. Captures me. And that is this difference between, I think this is what it is. There's this difference between happiness and joy. And just Google them. There's someone put out this. I can't remember where this is from. Doesn't mean what I'm reading is true, but it's an interesting thing. When I said, what's joy versus happiness? Google result says, joy is an inner feeling. Happiness is an outward expression. Joy endures hardship and trials and connects with meaning and purpose. A person pursues happiness but chooses joy. It's interesting. So one is something to be had. Happiness is something to have and not have. And you want to have it, but you don't always have it. Maybe you don't always want to have it, but joy is something that is had by choice. It is a state of mind, per se, maybe. Some sort of contentness, but it's more than contentness. I think the important aspect that applies to both these things is this idea that we all have the opportunity to experience joy through all circumstances, all events. And I think a bit of that comes from this agency that Chad's talking about. And I think this plays into some of what a number of you guys have been talking about with the potentials of your futures. Is no one wants to say that their life needs to be perfect, because we recognize that a perfect life, at least in possessions, things that we can hold and touch, relationships, interactions with people, don't bring about consistent happiness. I mean, it's certainly easy to be depressed and sad, frustrated, angry, and have more than other people could ever dream of having. There's something about having a hope that exceeds our circumstances, a joy that we can put our faith, our hope, our minds to, that allows us to be filled with an attitude or existence that's beneficial regardless of the circumstance. I just find it remarkable that the people who we look to as awesome examples of what it means to be a person with virtues and determination, or all these attributes that we just view as good and noble, that they are displayed through selflessness and hardships, and they're displayed through looking at oneself to how can they help others, or how can I move beyond this pain, suffering, difficulties, and find that joy, or do that which I need to do to move forward. But some people move forward in difficult situations through misery. And then there's other people that are able to move through difficult circumstances with joy. And it's just interesting because it's a mindset. Repeatedly, we are set by our expectations largely to so many different things. If you only could smoke one tobacco and it was Captain Black, a lot of people would not experience happiness through that. Maybe others would, and that's just the point. Maybe you would have if you hadn't experienced those other tobaccos. And so there's almost this fear to having a better experience because what if that makes happiness more difficult to achieve? And it's almost like the more hardship you have, the less it takes to be happy. Maybe not, maybe. But regardless, joy bypasses all of that. But it's certainly a lot more telling whether or not you have joy or just contentness, happiness, which are temporary, when things go south, when difficult times come. Because joy's not faked. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I've said anything worth valuable to the discussion, but I think, at least for myself, that I want to find joy. I need to find joy, and to remain in joy, I have to expect. I have to expect some hardship. And hardship can come in so many different ways. It doesn't always have to be that I have no monies and no way to eat. It might come from a disappointment of my children, or it might come from the way I interacted with a friend, or work, or all sorts of stuff. But I guess it's something to reflect on. Tobacco's very good. I like it. It's shag, so it's gonna smoke quick. Try to put a bunch in my bowl, but can only put so much. And keep it smoking great. I'm sorry. We'll see you guys later.